Finally here. We've been waiting 4 years since the last Olympics, Tokyo 2024. Paris is ready to start with the opening ceremony. We are going to have half an hour of information about sports, information about security. Let's start with the people waiting to see the opening, a unique opening ceremony. Eduardo Regonesi is close to where it's going to be this unique ceremony. Eduardo, what's going on right now?
Muy bajo, casi no escucho lo que habla, solo escucho ruido.
Eduardo is going to be with us later. They tell me Eduardo is ready now. Go, Eduardo.
Good evening, Carlos. Good evening, everybody. We are here at one of the entrances for the public for the opening ceremony. A lot of people. It almost looks like a concert. They are making their way to the opening ceremony right here at the edge of the Sena River. We will be here bringing you all the details in just a short minute. Back to you, Carlos. Back to you, Carlos.
The athletes, they are already getting ready to get into the embarkation. They're going to bring them here behind me to the Eiffel Tower. The other big news of the day, it has to do with security. It was a big concern this morning about the sabotage in the railroad system of France. Charlie Montero went to one of the main stations, and that's what he found. Charlie, go ahead.
Hello, Carlos.
Good evening, Carlos. Good evening, everybody. Everybody's getting ready for the grand opening of the
attacks against the National Railroad System. Stay tuned because later on the program we have more information.
Thank you, Charlie. Absolutely. Security is a big concern. It's going to be a challenge for the French authorities. What's going to happen today during this opening ceremony? There are a lot of people on the street. Paris is a chaos. Roads are closed. They have to show a QR. People go to restricted areas. But let's see what's going on right now. Let's go back to Eduardo because Eduardo has a better information about what's going on the street. In our case, when we came here, it took us 3 times longer what usually takes us to come from the hotel to the studio. But hopefully, all those people who are waiting outside, the weather is not helping. It was raining a little bit early today, but hopefully it's going to be nice for the opening ceremony. I think we have Eduardo again with more information about all this big, unique opening ceremony, who's going to be with us later. A lot of police you see on the street. A lot of people are waiting to get close. They want to get close to the athletics. But today, that's the situation that's going to happen here in Paris. If you follow social media, some of the athletics, you see some of them, they are all in the embarkation, they are getting ready. How it's going to be, what they have to travel, it's going to be 6 kilometers. And they are going to finish here behind my shoulders. You can see the Eiffel Towers. The big question is who is going to finish the Olympic torch. Leave 101 days ago from Greece. Today is here in Paris, and the big question is who is going to set the main flame of this Olympic game. Today it was only one discipline of sports, and it was mostly expectation waiting. They tell me that Eduardo Regonesi is ready with us. I'm sorry, Eduardo, I didn't know you were waiting for me. I was waiting for you. Here we are. Go ahead.
Hello, Carlos. Don't worry, I was very interested listening to you. Like always, it's been tough, as you said. moving around the city, it's been really, really tough. It's been tough this couple of days, but today it was especially tough. Here for the inauguration, it almost looked like a rock concert, like a stadium concert, big lines of people, a lot of security. It took us a while to get here, but here we are. Look at this view. Look what we had behind me. We are right on the bridge where the athletes are gonna sail through right below us. All the delegations are gonna be sailing in these boats, as you well said. We will be able to see them with cameras. This is very interesting because, you know, at every Olympic, all the delegations come dressed in the special outfit that represents their country. We are gonna be able to see that with cameras in the boats, inside the boats, and people in Paris, people that didn't make it to the inauguration here at the edge of the Sena River, they can watch it on 80 screens that are set up in different places of the French capital. Today, finally, we were talking about, you see the environment, you see the Olympic environment. A lot of flags, a lot of jerseys, a lot of Argentinian jerseys. Carlos, we've seen a lot of people with the Argentinian jersey, with their face painted. A lot of fans here already in the stands waiting for this inauguration that it's about to start in 15 or so minutes. It's gonna start and Paris 2024 will be on its way. Carlos, tomorrow there's a complete day of sports. I know you guys are going to talk about it, but 23 sports are going to be happening tomorrow in simultaneous. We are going to be covering as much as we can. I have my personal favorite, tennis. A lot of the people that we talked today want to go see Rafa Nadal's final tournament and probably Novak Djokovic's final tournament as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. And of course, on all our representatives from Latin America and the Caribbean. Carlos.
Scare me a little bit because Rafa and Carlitos, they're going to play against the Argentine team, and of course, you know who is the favorite. Eduardo, I know you have a chance to talk to different people. We have now a person from Costa Rica who was telling you the following. Let's listen to her.
You're from Costa Rica, of course. What do you want to watch here? What do you came to see?
Yeah, proud, born and raised in Costa Rica. We are watching mainly tennis, but basically beach volleyball also, basketball, and a bit of everything. My family is watching table tennis also, but yeah, I come mostly for tennis.
Very historical tennis event for people that like tennis. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so this will be first and probably the only one in which...
Yeah.
So yeah, probably first... Yeah, we came mostly, so the highlight of the event for us is to watch Nadal and Alcaraz coupling in doubles for the first and probably the last time. It's going to be a remarkable event because Nadal will be playing in clay together with Alcaraz, so the historical rookie already with 3 Grand Slams, with Nadal with more than 22 Grand Slams. So yeah, that will be the climax of the Olympics for me.
Yeah. Let's talk about the opening ceremony. What do you expect to see today?
Yeah, opening ceremony is going to be packed. It's going to be a very nice event. We'll be watching it mostly from Hotel de Ville. They will have a fan zone with big screens, so we'll be watching it from there. And yeah, it's going to be outstanding.
Thank you very much. Okay, you give her. What is your thoughts so far of the days that you've been here? Looking around.
Well, yesterday we went to the rugby matches, and everybody's very nationalistic. Everybody's rooting for their own country, but at the same time, they're very appreciative that all the other countries are represented. So it's a very fun, lively atmosphere.
Except in Argentina, France. Apparently that game was a little bit tough, right?
Yeah, that game. Yeah, that definitely. That was a little tenuous, but yeah.
Which game were you able to watch?
Well, we saw France versus Fiji. We saw U.S. versus Uruguay. We saw 6 different matches yesterday.
Who do you think is going to win the medal?
I think it's going to be Fiji. Yeah, France put up a good fight, but I think it's going to be Fiji though.
Fiji, third time will be third.
Third in a row. They, if they're going to win at something, this is going to be it.
Let's talk about India.
Yeah.
Can you tell us who will be the somebody to watch and what sport do you think you have some chances? Or?
I don't know. They're very traditionally they've been very good at women's field hockey, but I can't say I know enough about it.
India, the main sport is cricket, correct?
Yes, the main sport is cricket, and they've done extremely well this past year.
And even though, will you be going to any Indian athletes games?
We don't have anything scheduled right now, no. I wish we could, though. Our time is limited here, and we already have tickets to 6 different events.
What other events are you going?
Swimming, volleyball, beach volleyball. We're going to table tennis as well. We just did rugby and canoeing. We're doing the canoeing medal round, which is coming up in a few days.
Perfect. And the opening ceremony, are you going to be there?
No, we don't have tickets to opening ceremony, unfortunately. So we have to find a place we could actually, watch it with all the fans. So
there are about 88 screens around the city, so you
yeah,
can watch it on the screen.
we need to find one around here.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Eduardo, you know what surprised me? When you go to a World Cup, we all breathe and talk about only one sport. During the Olympics, you had 32 disciplines, and I'm surprised and amazed how people know about all those sports. There are many sports of those 32 that personally I don't know much about them, but people who are here, it seems to know about everything. That surprised you too.
Yeah, a little bit. I think the great thing about the Olympics is that it broadcasts, it showcases sports that are not usually on the screen or you watch it on TV every Sunday. The smaller sports get a chance to show themselves to the world, which is all very, very good. Everything's starting right now. The sound just went off like an explosion, so we're going to continue here, see what happened. We're going to bring you all the details shortly in next editions.
Enjoy the opening ceremony, Eduardo. Thank you very much. Something that we have to pay attention today about this opening ceremony, because these are an Olympic that there is a lot of controversy also, because Russia, Belarus are not going to participate for what's going on in Ukraine. A lot of people are upset because Israel, yes, is going to participate, even though what's going on in Gaza. Thomas Bach, who is the president of the International Olympic Committee, is going to talk tonight. We wonder what he's going to say. We wonder how people are going to react to his work. But let's first, if you have a chance to know who is this guy who is in charge of the COI.
Who is Thomas Bach? He is the man in charge of one of the most important sporting events in the world, with an operating budget of 4.4 billion euros, 750 million in television rights alone, and 10,500 athletes competing in 32 sports events. He is a German lawyer who has dedicated much of his life to the world of sports, both as an elite athlete and in leadership roles in international sport organizations. Born in 1953 in Würzburg, Bach excelled as a fencer and achieved a successful career that included the gold medal in the fencing team test at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. The now president of the International Olympic Committee discovered his true calling very early on to become an Olympic sport official. After his retirement as an athlete, he continued to be involved in the Olympic movement and sport management. In 1991, he was elected a member of the International Olympic Committee and has since held various positions in the organization. In 2013, he was elected president of the International Olympic Committee, IOC, becoming the highest authority of the World Olympics. Under her president, Bach has led major reforms in the IOC, promoting sustainability, gender equality, and transparency in the Olympic movement. He is recognized for her commitment to promoting peace and inclusion through sports, as well for his advocacy of Olympic values in today's society. Thomas Bach is considered an influential figure in the world of sport and international sport management, and his leadership at the IOC has left a strong mark on the organization. In the 2024 Paris Games were meant to be his farewell. Still, in a surprising move, his allies have launched a campaign seeking to overturn the IOC's term limits rule, introduced in the wake of 1999 bribery scandal, to allow his president agreement to extend until 2029. The irony, Thomas Bach is also co-author of the Olympic Charter, which requires a 12-year term limit. The decision on whether he will be the permanent president of the IOC will be taken an annual meeting scheduled for the eve of the Games in Paris.
This evening, I have the honor to present a show like this, but in Spanish, telesur in Espanol, with Javier Sotomayor. Javier Sotomayor is a legend in athleticism. He jumped 2.45 meters. I want you to have the chance to see his brilliant career.
On July 7, 1993, our Cuban athlete Javier Sotomayor jumped 2 meters and 45 centimeters and achieved a world record that still stands today. For a human being to jump that high means that he could have a jump over the balcony of a second floor or 5 capybaras, or whatever you call them in your country, one on the other. It is one more feat over people.
The ghost of terrorism is flying in Paris today in the open ceremony, and this morning people were really scared when we heard it was a sabotage to the rail system. Charlie Montero has the chance to go to one of the main railroad high-speed train stations, and that's what he found.
Hello, Carlos. How are you? We are here outside of a train station here in Paris because early this morning, hours before the opening ceremony, there's a series of coordinated attacks against the national railroad system. Stay tuned because later on the program, we have more information.
There's been like some vandalism on some train, pretty much all the rails in France, and our train has been delayed for almost like 2 hours, so we're just waiting for some more information.
Have they told you when you'll be able to leave?
No, I mean,
Let's hope that nothing happened this evening, but tomorrow they are going to get the athletes the first medals. But let's go to do a recount of how we are doing so far in our region. Cuba is the number one, is in the 18th place, 84 gold medals. Turkey, we are going the South Global, Turkey 41, Brazil 37, I'm talking about gold medals. Kenya 35, South Africa 27, Jamaica 26, Iran, Ethiopia, Iran 24, 23, Argentina 21, and Mexico 13. Hopefully, at the end of those Olympics games, they are going to have much, much more medals. This is all for today. I hope I see you next Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later.
Deep gazes filled with struggles and stories. Struggles that transcend